Then we moved on to
Miro.
the actual pay-per-view
Mm-hmm.
for opening match, TNT Championship. Miro versus Eddie Kingston. I'll let you begin.
All right, so I love Miro, and this incarnation of Miro is great. I think it's what he should be. He looks the best he's ever looked, and he's extremely dominant and believable. So I haven't been a very big fan of Eddie Kingston, but he's come around in the past couple weeks to me. So I gave the opening match a 2. I think because I was like ambitious to start the show and whatever, I gave this a 1.5 because I expected more out of this. They were okay. I just didn't think they gelled the way I wanted it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
the shenanigans, and Eddie Kingston was there, and it made sense. But when they got to the in-ring part, I don't know. It just didn't hit me the way it should have hit me. So it was like kind of flat. But I was glad with the result because I do believe Miro should have won, and he did because he's on a roll. So, I mean, that's where I sit with that. There really wasn't much to think about this one.
Crusher, what you think?
I gotta agree with Joey. It just the Miro. I have never, like you said, never seen him look in that fantastic of a shape. Even his time in the WWE, he was not cut
Never.
or ripped like this. And they honestly, the WWE ruined him, especially when they had him on a good run, and then all of a sudden they have him, lose a bunch of matches in a row.
Right.
When he very well could have been the face of that company.
With Rusev Day?
Rusev
Yeah,
Day.
Yeah.
agreed.
And I thought he's one of the most talented wrestlers there were. And they missed a boat on him. And then now I believe AEW is going to push him. I predict at some point he is going to be your next AEW World Champion.
I said the same thing.
Good point.
I said the exact same thing when we were going to get food.
Yeah, you did.
We were having a conversation about Kenny Omega and who you can put the AEW champion title on, and I think that's where I coined bipolar booking.
Right.
Because with AEW, you're a heel, you're a face, you're a heel, you're a face, you're a heel, you're a face. That can change within minutes of an episode of Dynamite, but the way that Miro is being presented now, is better than a year ago when they brought him in, and he's presented as a monster, the monster that Rusev was.
Right.
I can say that, and I can agree with you guys there. I love Eddie Kingston from the Bronx. Trust me, everything he does is believable because he is that.
Yeah, he's authentic.
Yeah. The match itself, I also gave it a 1.5 too, and it's not a bad 1.5. It's I'm glad the match was featured on the card, and I'm actually kind of glad that it opened because I think if it went anywhere else, it likely could have perished.
On this card?
Yeah, on this card,
Yeah.
and I think for this All Out, this year's installment of All Out, I really set the bar high because it was really CM Punk's show.
Yeah.
So I expect, and we'll get there, but I expected that to be the best and the showstopper and the and the soul snatcher. But we had some good ones. We had some good ones sprinkled in between that, and this was a good match. I would like to see it again. I just wouldn't rewatch this one.
No, I wouldn't either. What would you give it?
I would give it a 1.5.
Unanimous.
Right. So we're all in agreement.
Unanimous.
And like I said, it's just, Eddie Kingston, they just didn't have that real chemistry and gel him in the ring.
No.
I've seen Eddie Kingston back in when he was in TNA with the DCC with James Storm and Bram. I saw some potential in this guy, but he's going up against a monster in Miro,
right,
who is on an absolute roll. I really don't think there's anybody in AEW that can stop him right now.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Nice.
And as a fan, I would love to see him with the AEW title because I think he deserves it, and he would represent the company very well, and a champion that you can believe in.
All right.
Well said.
Well said, exactly.